Welcome back to that Heartbreak Hogs podcast. Sid, are you ready to talk about? I know. Are you ready to talk about this upcoming Longhorn game? But before we do, if you guys are new here, please consider hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and checking us out on X and on Spotify. And if you're watching this on Spotify, check us out on YouTube and subscribe there as well. Comment down below your thoughts of our discussion and any suggestions you may have for episodes. Sid and I, this is an independent channel, and we are big time Hog fans. Even if we're upset at the Hogs, we're still Hog fans. and we love doing this podcast, and it does take a lot of time and work to do this. So any kind of support through liking the video, subscribing to the channel, commenting down below, it really does come a long way, and we're excited to hear from new viewers. With that being said, we're going to get back into this episode. Sid, I was looking forward to this game all year long.
I
As
know
you
you were.
know, I live in Austin, Texas. I'm surrounded by Longhorn fans, and anybody that says that the Longhorns don't care about this rivalry doesn't know what they're talking about. Um, I have been a Razorback for pretty much my entire life. My dad went to school at Arkansas, and so we always watched the Arkansas games whenever I was growing up. I from day one, my whole life, I have gotten straight hatred from all of my Longhorn fans, all of my Longhorn acquaintances. If I hear Arkansas sucks at the bar, it's always a guy wearing an orange shirt or a maroon shirt recently for A&M. So it's always one of the Texas schools yelling Arkansas sucks in the bar or being the first one to say, you know, something related to Arkansas sucks. We're not going to go any further than that. And we're trying to keep this clean, but pretty much that. So the last couple of meetings, Arkansas has come up on top, and it's been great. I've been living on that and reminding any Texas fan that talks crap about Arkansas beating them by more than 2 scores the last 2 times that they've met. And I think that ends this weekend. And it sucks. Um it really sucks because I have been really looking forward to this game, and it looks like you're buffering a little bit. Uh Let me see.
Yeah, am I back?
Yeah,
All right.
let's see here. Okay, you should be coming back.
I can hear you fine.
Okay. We may have to restart this if it gets too bad, but um I'll just finish my thought on that is just, this game meant a lot. I had a lot of Texas fans chirping back and forth at me. I would chirp back at them. And these last couple weeks, last couple SEC games, LSU and Ole Miss, they started not, chirping at me as much because they just don't think that we're relevant. And they still, don't have respect for Arkansas anyway. But now it's kind of like, they pity you. And it sucks, man. I was going to drive up for this game. Sid and I had been trying to plan this. I was trying to drag my brother, who's a UT grad, to come up there as well and see the atmosphere and see everything and bring friends up with me that were also Texas fans, and just so that we could all see the atmosphere and all enjoy together a nice, good game of football. And it sucks as a fan that I just don't think the trip is worth it. I just don't think it's worth it. With my situation with like finances and stuff, I don't think it's worth asking time off of work and getting my friends and, brother up there to watch this game. And it sucks. The line right now is 13.5 points. And I think one of the best bets right now, if I were to pick all the lines, is take Texas 13.5 over Arkansas. And it sucks because I love the Hogs, and Sid usually calls me the optimistic one on here. Um, I'm not gonna try to rag on the Hogs all this episode, but I just kind of wanted to put that out there. And Sid, my question to you is, what is the atmosphere like in Fayetteville or around Fayetteville? You're in the Rogers area, but what is the atmosphere up there like? Is there any optimism for this game? Do you think that it's going to have a big showing?
I mean, there's always we have diehard Razorback fans around here, right? That
Yeah,
grew up here and will be at the game to support.
right.
But in terms of the can we win this game, I think that's out the window for a majority of the people around here. It's more of like let's just go show our support. Well, if we're getting destroyed, we'll leave at whenever that happens. Could be half, could be first quarter. I don't think anyone right
That's
now.
you don't want to say the fourth quarter.
Yeah. No, if it's the fourth quarter, I think everyone would be happy. um
Yeah.
um yeah, no, right now it's just more of like it's cool that Texas is coming into town. For those of you guys that remember last time Texas came in town, I mean the atmosphere was electric, and after winning it was even more electric. Um so I think a lot of people kind of hold on to that still around here.
Hmm.
Um, but in how we played the last few weeks outside of Mississippi State, it's just more grim and like, yeah, I don't think this is the year it's gonna happen, but kind of let's
Especially
just wait
at
and see
home.
at
At
home.
home, man.
But there's always optimists.
Hmm.
And exactly, I've always known you to be an optimist, and who knows, maybe that you're not now for this game, we might win.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
gotta be the
that's what I'm
optimist, right?
hoping, man. That's what I'm hoping. I hope that next week we get on here and it's like we were so wrong.
If
That's what I'm
yeah,
hoping for. Is going like I should have gone. I should have
well,
dragged everybody
exactly.
up with me from Austin to Fayetteville. Look what I missed out on. That's what I'm
I
hoping
hope
I'm gonna
so.
say.
I hope next week. I mean, right now it seems grim for us, and we're like kind of not hopeful at all. But if
Yeah.
we win next week,
Yeah.
it's gonna be electric.
It's
I
gonna be
mean,
electric. Yep. Yep.
and yeah, no, I mean, we'll see what happens. We didn't think we'd beat Tennessee,
No.
um, and we won. I mean, not that
Hmm.
I'm saying. I think you remember what the Tennessee spread was. It was pretty big.
It was around
Uh,
14.
yeah. So, hey, anything's possible. Except this Texas team has looked pretty good. But in an SEC atmosphere, I'll go ahead and say it. Anything can happen on any given
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
I
Yeah,
mean, yeah. One last thing was like again, just to add on, anything can happen. Georgia lost this weekend. I mean, Texas lost to Georgia.
dude.
So like,
Can you
again,
believe that? I did
anything can
not
happen.
I did not give Ole Miss a snowball's chance in hell to win that game.
Right. And so it makes our loss a little bit not as bad.
Don't
um,
say that. We got
given,
63 points put
hey,
up on us.
I'm giving the fans hope. If that Ole Miss team can beat Georgia,
Yeah, at least they're legit.
maybe
Because that
Arkansas
was
can.
the
Yeah,
thing. After that game, I was like, I don't know how good Ole Miss is. I was like,
yeah,
I don't know if they're this legit team. They look legit.
right. They look legit for
So
sure. And so
yeah,
let's
that
see.
was
Let's see
somewhat
if
reassuring.
um yeah, I got a couple questions after for this game as well, but I'll let you go on to the next topic.
Mm-hmm. Um, well, I was just gonna say, man, like you said, anything can happen on any given Saturday. You just don't know. Um, and here's the other thing: Texas is hearing how good they are, and Arkansas is hearing how bad they are. So maybe coming off of a bye week with a loss, there's more motivation to get it back after it and show the world, that you're more than what you put out last time. When coming off of a win, you hear for 2 straight weeks how good you are and how tough it is to beat you, and the other team is now focused on beating you. Hopefully, this is a situation where we catch Texas sleeping early and can come out swinging hard. The other thing I want to mention is if Talon Green is not 100%, put in Singleton. If Talon Green's legs aren't working, put in Singleton. If Talon is 100% healthy, put him in there, because here's the thing, Texas has not faced a legit quarterback this year. They haven't. If you look at their schedule, no legit quarterbacks. And really nobody on their schedule is legit except for Georgia, and Georgia doesn't have a legit quarterback. Talon Green could possibly do a lot of damage to Georgia to Texas if healthy. So I'm going to be really disappointed if they come out and Talon is like barely mobile. It's obvious that he's barely mobile. It's obvious he can barely move, and they're starting him.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, it's their decision. It's whatever. To me, the best shot at you winning this game is if Talon is healthy, start him. If he's not healthy, even slightly, like if he's only 75%, throw in Singleton, because Texas will not be prepared for that, I don't think. And I bet you that Singleton could come out with, if Talon's not healthy, Singleton could come out with some energy and potentially give Arkansas a push early in the game.
Mhm.
Yeah. These are
I think
possibilities. I'm not predicting this would happen.
yeah.
These are just best case scenario.
No, I agree. I mean, I think I talked about it a little bit last week in that and it holds true this week as well because we've had the bye week. I'm sure that's helped Taylon Green like recover a little bit more, kind of get his legs a little bit more. But I think
Right.
what I said last week holds true, which is confidence. Confidence comes first. If you see that the confidence is lacking from him early, I
Mm-hmm.
think it's time. And from what I've seen this season,
It's a good point.
it's not something that he's gonna just kind of change in his
Mm-hmm.
mind and be like, okay, I can turn this around. I think it's gonna haunt him for the rest of the game. And so
Yep.
that's when I want to see Malachi come in. If early in the game we see that confidence is lacking, instead of holding
Mm-hmm.
him kind of
If he's
hostage to,
wavering,
yeah, kind of
yeah.
holding the hostage to just keep playing, keep trying to figure it out. And this wouldn't be a bad game, honestly, if that's happening, to see if what Malachi can do. Because no
Mm-hmm.
one's really, I mean, not expecting too much. Like we talked about it just a bit ago. If Malachi does mess it up, but it's the same as what we expected, right?
Right. Right. No, I mean, yeah, a
it's
different
just
way
we
of
get a
losing.
yeah, it's a different way of losing. We kind of just get
Yeah.
to see what he has and kind of for the future of the Razorback program. And at
Mm-hmm.
this point in the season, I think that's what fans want to see. But again, same thing as I said last week. If Taylon Green has the confidence built up early and he's doing well, he has his legs moving, he has
Yeah.
his passing ability, he's just kind of moving. When he's at his best, he's plays so confident and he plays so
Mm-hmm.
well. If I see that from him, like
Yeah.
he
You
can
want him
put
in.
up points. You want him
Yeah.
in. You want
Mm-hmm.
him to lead our team for
Right.
sure. At that point, of course, don't put in Malachi, and I kind of want to, and I think we have a good shot of kind of being in the game if that happens.
Mm-hmm.
But if it doesn't, again, this is like the first quarter I'm talking about. Not even like, let's see what happens. Like instead of, I really wish, and even in that Ole Miss game, once like he started losing his confidence, we had Malachi had gone in, but we can change the past, and I hope this game they do kind of take a look at that game and be like, okay, we need to make a change early as well.
Mm-hmm. And ball security too. If Talon's running or if he's trying to escape, hold on to the ball. If you turn the
Hmm.
ball over to Texas, this game is going to end very quickly. Like the possibility
For
of winning
sure.
this game is going to go away very quickly. You cannot turn the ball over against Texas. Um,
Mm-mm.
that you know, that's just the way it is. As soon as we have a turnover, it's going to be pretty much over.
Yeah. No, I spoke
And
to on
I
the
feel like,
offensive side of the ball. Defensive side, not confident, right? After what I saw against Ole Miss or DBs and
we warned about this. We talked
yeah.
about this.
So I hope that they took a good look at that game and kind of figured out. Obviously, they're not going to completely 180 this for this game and be like they're amazing. Like they're not the same players, but I
Yeah.
hope they figured out some minor adjustments that they can make to kind of keep the defense, or I mean, keep that Texas offense out of the field
Yeah.
and get them 3 and outs or get them, because Kieran Ewers is gonna throw deep balls.
Oh, he's
After what
gonna.
he saw
Yeah.
against Ole Miss, he's gonna try to put up yardage, and if we get beat quickly,
Oh, they're
it's
gonna throw
just
those
gonna
early
be,
too.
they're gonna keep trying, exactly, and
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
they're making plays on those throws every
They're just
time,
gonna keep doing it.
they're just gonna keep running up the score, so they don't
Yeah.
even have to worry about a close situation.
Yeah. I wouldn't
And
be
that's
surprised if like one of the first two plays, the first drive,
mhm.
they throw a bomb deep.
Yep.
Or they like attempt a deep pass. I would not be
I wouldn't
surprised if
either, yeah.
it's in like the first two plays that this deep ball is thrown.
After they what they I'm sure they've seen the game tape, and I'm sure after what they saw against Ole Miss, I'm sure exactly they're gonna see, let's just exploit this early. Let's see what we can do, get started, get them off their heels almost, kind of let's keep throwing the balls early. They don't need to think about going into this game and think about even running. And so that's one thing, or I guess Razorbacks have for them as well. As long as these
Yeah.
DBs kind of they should know they're going to come off hot, they're going to come off swinging, they're going to come off
Hmm.
throwing these deep balls. As long as we can cover that early, they'll kind of have to change their game plan up, and they could potentially like start running more or whatnot, and kind of having to change that game plan. I think for sure. And when you have to do that, it throws, as we know, it throws you off your game
Yeah.
for a lot of teams, and no matter how good you are. So
Yeah.
early, kind of getting that confidence from the DBs. Right now I have none, but um, no doing this, please. Um,
Yeah.
unless
Ugh.
you make a great play, then honestly, if
Unless
you
the
get an
game is
interception,
over.
yeah.
The
If you're
game is
down,
over and you intercepted Quinn Ewers to win the
yeah.
game, or
Oh
fourth
yeah.
down and you batted it down.
No, I'll even take a early, like, I don't know, I'll even take a early interception or something like that and do it. But like, if we're down 40 and you get an interception and you do this, I swear, it's it's gonna look so embarrassing. And anyways, I just hope that doesn't happen. And then please just tackle, tackle.
Yeah, man.
Um,
You know what's also crazy is we were talking about our DBs giving so much space, and it was like, well, they may be doing that to protect from the deep ball. Well, that didn't help. So,
no,
so why
because
were we giving all this space if we couldn't protect the deep ball?
they
Like
were
our.
getting beat
Oh my
every single
gosh.
play. Um, Yeah, the space did absolutely nothing. I saw it in front of me and I was like, move up on him.
Yep.
Um, yeah, anytime that
I don't
their
know.
players got past, they got beat. So I just hope the game plan this week at least is keep them in front of you. Don't let them get past you for those big plays. Um, and we'll see. We can see what happens. As far as their rushing, yeah, that is a tough. It's gonna be a tough team to beat.
Yeah.
But
They're.
imagine
Yeah.
if we beat them.
I have no confidence. That's how tough it's gonna be.
Like 8-2 would be the one of the bigger upsets of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be bigger for sure than Ole Miss beating Georgia. I don't know about for sure, but like that's like unranked team beating Texas when Texas looking pretty good this season. They just destroyed Florida, which Florida it wasn't hasn't been playing well either. But um,
Yeah. Well, Florida
I don't
was
know.
on their third string quarterback, their
hmm
second and third string cornerbacks. So, like,
I it would definitely be top three upsets of this college football season, and
yeah. It
if
may
it
even be
happens,
it'd be better than the Tennessee game, would you say?
if Arkansas beats Texas, yeah,
Yeah.
I would 100% say yes, it would be better. I mean, the night game was cool,
Are they
but I
rushing the
think
field?
they are for sure rushing the field. They're for sure rushing the
So
field.
you're going to be rushing the field, Sid.
I will not be going to the game, unfortunately, but I've given my time at the Ole Miss game, and this 11 a.m. kickoff, I will not be there. But who
Yeah.
knows?
I'll be watching from the TV. It's not like I'm not going to watch it. It's just yeah, I'm just not going to travel up to see it unfortunately, and
hmm
we'll just see what happens. Again, I'm rooting for them to win. It's just I just don't know if it's worth it going up there right now. The other thing is I lost my train of thought, but it was pretty much, man, it's just going to be it's going to be tough to beat them. It really is.
Yeah,
It's going to be tough to beat them, especially after what
for
we saw
sure.
with it all the issues that we have at the defensive back. Ewers is just going to torch him probably. Or he has the ability to do it. There was a possibility that Ole Miss knew some of our plays, and that was kind of some chatter going around. Um, and so there's word that they are changing up the types of play calling that they're doing in practice. So maybe that'll make a difference. Is they're changing up how they're making the play calls and what their plays look like. I don't know why you're not already doing that, but um, that's good to hear that they're doing that.
Yeah.
So in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be constantly evolving and changing up what you're doing. You can't be doing the same thing every single time. But anyway, we'll see what happens. But um, no turnovers. You cannot have turnovers in this game. As soon as if we turn the ball over, especially on our side of the field, that will probably be the beginning of the end. We cannot afford to have turnovers against Texas, and our DBs have to be focused. They have to be ready. They need to be focused. The defensive line needs
hmm
to get pressure on the quarterback. And Taylon Green, if you're playing, hold on to that football. Jaquindon Jackson,
Yeah.
if you're playing, hold on to that football. Special teams, if you're receiving a punt, hold on to that football. People blocking for the special teams return man, block away from the return man. We do
And
not want any
honestly,
type of turnover.
get pressure on like Ewers early so he doesn't have time in the pocket to
Right.
make those
To throw at our
throws.
DBs.
Because if I was a D line, I would have that much extra motivation after what I saw against those open plays. So get after Keon Ewers. He's not a big runner, so
Yeah.
he's just gonna stay in the pocket. If he's confident there,
Yeah.
he's gonna torch us. So just
Yeah.
just keep him in front of you and keep him, get after him, pressure him. I would honestly pressure him the first play of the game. Just go
Mm-hmm.
right after him, kind of
Get after him.
see what happens. Yeah.
I am interested just to see how much fight we see from this team.
hmm
Um, Even if you do lose, if you lose a close one and you're fighting and you can just tell that like these guys are giving it their all and they were just out talented,
hmm
where there was just a talent gap or something like that. Um, you know, uh, I just want to see some fight. And, if you lose 52-3, 52-10, 52-17, come on. Come on. Like, we're better than that.
We
So
got
just give
Louisiana
a
Tech
fight.
next week, then we got Mizzou. I mean,
Yeah.
the season's almost over. Just show that you can kind of, yeah, I agree with you. Like, be in the game.
And I'm just going to put this out there too. Me living in Austin, Texas, I hear what the Texas fans are saying about this program. I hear even what players on the University of Texas are saying, because you just hear it through the grapevine. They don't respect this program. They think that they're going to walk into Fayetteville and they're going to win. They just don't. They think that they're going to win the whole SEC still, believe it or not, even after getting smacked by Georgia. They think that they're going to go and play either a rematch against Georgia and win, or play in the SEC championship and win. They have no fear of losing.
Hmm.
And this would be a perfect opportunity to knock them off their high horse, because that is how those Texas players and those fans are, is they just think that they're immune to losing and that everybody else is below them. So this is our opportunity to knock them off, come out swinging, play hard, and take it to them. But we'll see what happens. Because at home lately, Arkansas has not been giving it to anybody.
If let's just see what, yeah, exactly what happens. If it's close, if Arkansas wins, there's no one going to be happier in the state of Texas than Ross.
No, there will
I'll
be
probably
nobody
hear him.
happier. Trust me.
You'll probably hear him in Arkansas.
Yeah. Hey, man, I will be stoked. I will be happy if we win this game. And I'm not going to let any of the Texas fans around me hear the end of it. But I'm not very confident in that outcome happening. But hopefully it does. And we'll have a lot
Yeah.
of great things to talk about in the next week. But we'll just have to see what happens. Sid, is there anything else that you want to add before we close this one down?
No, I just hope that they've have some added motivation from the Ole Miss game, from the bye week, and
Mm-hmm.
made some adjustments and have that fire as well, and keeping a fight in this game.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, we're going to head to the next segment. If you got this far, please hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Let us know what you think of our odds against Texas. What do you think needs to happen for us to beat Texas? Or do you think that our DBs are going to get torched again? Do you think our DBs do better? What's going on with this team? What's going to happen? Let us know down below. And we're going to head out of here. See you guys in the next video.